everybody, it's StudyMot, and I'm back with the stationery haul for back to school. Since school is coming up in 2 days as of currently for me, I decided to buy some stationery since I'm pretty much running out in terms of like school lunch boxes and other things that aren't necessarily stationery but are necessary for going to school. So the first thing I bought is this blue King Jim Colors notebook. Now, I wanted to get the same notebook that I have, which is the Corona notebook, which has grids in it, which by the way I prefer since it just fits my writing and it comes to drawings and all that stuff. But I couldn't find it in the same size. All I found was a small pocket notebook size, and they were just so expensive, so no thanks. So I decided to get a cheaper version. Thing is, I couldn't find a grid bigger version, so I decided to just go along with the normal everyday lined notebook. The next thing I got was this ruler, and I also bought it from the National Bookstore. It's surprisingly cheap for the National Bookstore. I got this for 9 pesos and 25 centavos. So here it is unpacked, and what I like about this is that it's flexible. I actually wasn't expecting that when I saw it in the package, and I think that's really useful since the chairs and tables here, the tables exactly don't necessarily exist as in the form of a separate table because the tables were fused onto the chairs, and to be honest, the so-called table is more like an armrest. So definitely a flexible ruler will be much more convenient. Now the next thing I bought were these 3 Disney Princess correction tapes, and they are just so cute. So I think they were pretty cheap because I bought them for 12 pesos each. And I think I particularly like this purple one. I don't know, I just really like the combination of yellow and purple. And this is the Snow White one, and as you can see, it has a cap, which is super useful because you don't want the correction tape to be sticking anywhere that is not paper, where you don't want to stick it. And now let's move on to the next thing. So the first one I got was this Titus gel pen that I bought from Mini Stop. And the second one that I bought is also from Titus. However, it's a needlepoint gel pen that I bought from the National Bookstore. And the third one is an off-brand K99 iPhone pen, but it's like painfully cheap knockoff. I got it from Angina Trading from Pure Gold. Now the first pen is in a 0.5 tip, and it has quite a comfortable packaging since it has a rubber grip in it and the barrel is thicker, and it's also a retractable pen, which I personally like because they're just so relaxing. Now the second one, which is a Titus needlepoint, I don't really find it comfortable since it's very thin, doesn't have a grip whatsoever, and I kind of find it to be scratchy to write. But then again, I find almost all needlepoints to be scratchy to write in. I don't particularly recommend writing in cursive with this one. Now the third pen, which as I said is a K99 thing, which is the painfully fake Apple pen. It has a nice grip, and I also really like the design, and as you can see there's a rubber grip in it, which is pretty surprising. And this pen writes really well, although it can be a little flimsy since the ink barrel doesn't match the actual barrel. So now let's move on to the next thing, which is tape. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah. Now that's just normal tape, nothing really special about it. It's 8 pesos. If you're wondering the price, it's really cheap. And I'm gonna need tape, so definitely gonna buy one. Now, the next thing I bought is this umbrella from Always Fill. I got this for 180 pesos. And it's an automatic umbrella. I already have my own umbrella, but it's a manual one. I had to get an automatic one. Now, I don't really exactly like the design. It's not something I'd be fond of, but I didn't really have much choices, so I just took whatever was available to me. Now, for the next one, I've bought a Hello Kitty lunchbox. Now, it's so cute because of the colors. I really like the color, not necessarily because it's Hello Kitty. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. And I got this for 240 pesos. Now, you can see that's the cover, and it has two flaps in it. And it also has rubber grips on it, so when you close it, it's secure and you're sure that the food won't fall out. And the second compartment has this flaps again for the lower compartment. And as you can see, there's a yellow spoon, which I definitely won't be using, and some two extra flaps, which is super convenient because flaps are ridiculously easy to break. And so you're very thoughtful for bringing in some extras. Now here's the last compartment. So it doesn't have any flaps since it's the last one. And just like the others, it has a insulated cover around it. So yeah. And the next one is this really cute Greek column designed water tumbler, not the website. So anyways, I bought this for 90 pesos. 90 pesos. And it's really pink again. You know that pink is my favorite color. So expect more pink items. Now, there's an ice thing in here. I'm just gonna go shake it out of the container. And there we go. There's the ice thing. Not really sure if that's for ice, but whatever. That's what they said it was. So we're just gonna cover that back up. And we're gonna move on to the